What's your daughter's first name?
Journey.
Can you come up here? I have a couple of questions for you. Have a seat, Journey. You're 7?
Yes.
You remember the day of this accident, right?
Yes.
You were going across to visit your friends across the
Yes.
street? Do you remember running out the street?
Yes.
Tell me what happened.
I looked both ways, and then I get hit.
Would you go have a seat? I understand why your attorney dropped the case. He dropped the case probably because the insurance probably didn't cover the defendant as a driver of the car. That's a possibility. It also is a possibility, Mr. and Mrs. Green, that they, like the attorneys, said, you know what, this was a terrible accident and very unfortunate. There's no question that the defendant wasn't speeding. So in order to find in your favor, I have to find that he was negligent. Do you understand? It's not just because an accident happened that somebody is financially liable. Somebody is financially liable if they actually are at fault. Now, you didn't see the accident.
Oh, man.
Who do you think is at fault?
I believe he is.
And what about you and your wife?
I believe we share some of the blame.
That's true. That's part of what we call responsibility.
Yes, ma'am.
So you and the defendant share some of the responsibility because you didn't do what you were supposed to do, which is watch your child. She's too young to be crossing the street without somebody shepherding her across the street.
Right.
And then the next part of it is, what could Mr. Smith have done to avoid the accident? He wasn't speeding. He was going very slowly because if he wasn't, she would have been dead. Right? There's no question about that. She's a little girl. She had little bones, and she fractured a bone. Who do you think is responsible for her pain and suffering if you're partially responsible for her injury?
Well, I believe him due to the fact that there were multiple adults outside at the scene. There were numerous children outside, and although I was not physically at the accident, she was outside with her friend's mother and father who were up on the porch.
Then they didn't watch her carefully enough?
Yes, they watched her.
No, they didn't watch her carefully enough. If they watched her carefully enough, she wouldn't have gotten hit by a non-speeding car. What you're suing him for is for $5,000. And part of that is for your lost wages.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, since you're responsible as a parent for this accident, for not taking care of your daughter, you don't get lost wages. Your responsibility is to watch your child. So your lawsuit for your lost wages and taking care of your daughter is dismissed. The next part of your lawsuit is you're asking for pain and suffering for your daughter. And for that, you have to bear at least part of the responsibility because you're her parents. She darted out between the cars. And how am I supposed to find him guilty of negligence? There was an investigation. He was not cited by the police. Was he not paying careful enough attention? The only thing that you said to me, Mr. Smith, that suggests to me that your eyes were deflected for a moment is you said to me at some point right before the impact with Journey, you looked over and waved hi to a friend.
Yes, ma'am.
And that was honest. So for that split second, you took your eyes off the road.
Yes, ma'am.
So I think there has to be some responsibility for that. Certainly not $5,000 worth of responsibility because the majority of that belongs to you. Anyway, I'm not awarding you $5,000 as you requested, but I think that even Mr. Smith, I think he understands that he does bear some responsibility. But I believe that the majority of responsibility for protecting Journey is yours because you're her parents. And you didn't do that on the 4th of April. I'm awarding you $1,000 for her pain and suffering, but that's for her, not for you. Anyway, she's a cute little girl. Judging for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,000. We're done.